All right, 2017 Ford Fusion SE. And what we're doing here today is removing the blend door AC actuator 2017 SE. What this vehicle was doing is that the driver's side was blowing hot air. The passenger side was blowing cold air. Maybe after about 10 or 20 minutes, this would try to blow cool air on the driver's side. So you have two blend doors, one on the driver's side, one on the passenger side behind here. Much easier to get to the passenger. Driver's side is very cumbersome, but doable. Anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. You just have to maneuver your way. What you will need, because there's limited room, the smallest and shortest Phillips you can find. Screwdriver, and this is something you can just kind of rig up if needed. Basically, it's just a little bit that I put inside to help turn with. All right, so first step, everything is pretty easy. You're just going to need to have a flathead screwdriver. Flathead screwdriver, you just go in here. You're just gonna pop this off. Sorry, I'm doing it all myself. Pop this off, it'll come down. Same thing on this side, screwdriver. It'll come down. This will give you a little bit of room to get closer. Same thing, you take the screwdriver here. This has already been done. I'm getting ready to put it back. Just pop here, this will come down. There's two screws up underneath, one here and one there, which is a Torx. You will need a Torx for this one. I forgot to mention that. Once you get those down, you just take it out of the way. This is the Torx that you need. Just set that there. This is the Torx. Mine is on a socket set, but you'll need that Torx to just get that one off. All right, once you get this out of the way, you can begin to visually see where the blend door is. And it is all the way up in here. Let's see if you can see this. There you go. That's the blend door. Two screws. One at the bottom right, and then top right. I'll try to get that picture. Oh, I lost my light. Hang on. I'll get the picture for you. It is tight. That's why dropping this down will allow you a little bit of room to maneuver. All right. So you can see that one screw, bottom right, and then top right. I can get up there. Top right. Not sure if you can see it. Top right. Just to give you a visual, again, this is the old one. Where it'll be, you'll have a screw here. This will line up with an L. And you'll have one right there. This is the tough one. The only way you're gonna get that out is with either a 90 pneumatic or electric, or what I've used here. I got this from Harbor Freight. Basically, you just take this out, and for that top left, this is all the clearance you're gonna have, is that much room. That's it. If you get a screwdriver any larger than that, you won't be able to twist. So what I was able to do was actually manually put this here, and I was able to screw it once I loosened it. But first, what I used was this. I'm sorry, here. Just a socket and then I put this inside. This is a flathead, but it would work much better with a Phillips. So when I was able to come in this top screw here, and it is so tight up there. Once you're able to get on that top screw, when it's in there, you can manually twist it with your hand because you have enough room now to twist. It'll be a little hard, but just twist, and it'll actually come loose. Now, to give you a visual of how hard it is to maneuver in there, this is all the space that you have, which is not much, but it is doable. And I was able to come in through here and get it just through this area here, and was able to get to it. Now what I did, because I'm right-handed, I let the seat all the way back, laid it all the way down like that, laid it down. What I did, shoes off, something clean, have my seat cover on. As you can see, my feet were here. Slid all the way up and put my head underneath. And that gave me leverage to get inside there, because it is extremely tight. So from here is a view of me upside down. I'm able to get my hand in this area, and you'll want to have your watch off. And then you can actually get to it. That's all the room you go get. But definitely doable. If you're trying to change the driver's side AC actuator. Some people take a lot more off. As far as steering column, I did none of that. This gave me just enough room to get to those 2 screws. And again, bottom right, top left, 2 screws. Now when you get it off and get it unplugged, it's very important that it goes exactly back here. This is going to be lined up. It needs to be lined up. Right again. Put it up the way. All right. It needs to line up just right. If it doesn't line up when you're placing it back in there, plug in the new one. Sorry, doing this by myself, so I'm trying to get a little more light so you can see. Basically, when you're putting it back in, if it doesn't line up exactly here, you don't want to twist this. But if you plug it back in electrical here, all you want to do is plug it in while it's not in the groove. And then basically all you need to do is this. Just turn on, turn off, and it will spin this for you. Every time you turn it on, turn off, this will spin just enough to line up exactly going inside. And that's really it. I did that twice, and it lined up exactly going in. At first, it was, you would say, kind of cocked to the side, and it wouldn't go in. I did this twice, and you'll see this turn, and then you turn it off. After that, you just put it in there. It lines up perfectly. Put your screw in here, bottom left, top right. Bottom right, top left. The top left, you're gonna have to do blind. Just feel your way, and you get it in there, and it's perfect. After that, you're done. I use this light here. You can use whatever light you need. I'm in the garage, so it's a little bit darker. But these were the tools that worked for me. Not a lot. Part was $29, anywhere from $29 to $40. And you can get this done. Takes about an hour, 2 hours max, because you'll want to take a break. You're in such a bending position. You'll need breaks maneuvering in and out of here. And again, I laid the seat all the way back, or you can lay on the ground, whichever works for you. But that's really all the room you're gonna have, unless you take a loose quite a bit. I hope this helps. The only other thing I did before starting, I did disconnect the battery, simply because I didn't want any parts turning or any mishaps. So I did disconnect the battery. And once you finish, if it's not blowing hot or cold the way it needs to, disconnecting the battery will reset this as well. So again, just disconnect the battery cable first and then begin. Hope this helps. And again, this is a 2017 Ford Fusion for my daughter. She's had it a couple of years. We just now hit 70,000 miles, so it's time to replace it. Hope this helps.